I'm building Australia's largest backyard pool. This thing is 35 metres wide, 20 metres long, massive curved infinity edge to the front. We've got a swim up bar, beach entry, full in floor cleaning, the lot. This thing has every single thing you can put in a pool, and if we don't get this stage right, the whole rest of the process is screwed. So this stage is what we call a bulk out stage, which is basically you get all the major dirt out of here, and then we'll come back and do a detail stage where we do the footings and piers and make sure all the slopes and everything are perfect. Then we'll throw all the gravel in. Then we can start doing the boxing and steel. The way I dig is I see what the ground's like, and then I decide from there how we approach making sure it's solid. So what I did here is I ran a perimeter strip footing around the whole thing. If you look down here, you can see it's into rock. You always want to build pools into rock. It's the most stable form. But over this side, we start getting towards worse ground. So what I've had to do, I've run the strip footing all the way through the perimeter, then I've piered it where I had to rock. So this will come up and then go down each side, and that'll set the pool into stone. Wherever I can't find good ground, that's where I'll pier or strip footing. If we just leave the pool on this ground, it's reactive and shit clay. So the pool will settle one side and the other side over a period of time, which is what you don't want. You can always get a soil report, right? Which do boreholes. I'll get a borehole here, here, and here. The lay of the land works. You never know until you dig the pool where rock it actually is and where, you know, solid ground actually is. So that's why I always take it as it comes. And like literally between 3 meters, I've got rock, and then I've had to pier. Technically, I could have gone, you know, oh, the engineering doesn't show piers here, I won't do it. But that's just stupid, because over the long term, the pool's gonna fail. So I will always overdo everything, because I just don't want these things ever moving for 100 years. So in this instance where we have overland flow, which basically means water flowing downhill, we have to allow for water to go around that. So what I always do before I start digging is look at that. And then what I've done here is dug trenches around the pool. So if the water flows in, it'll flow into a trench and then divert around the pool into a silt barrier each side. That way, it stops all the water going straight into the pool and then the pool collapsing. Depending on how big the pool is, if you're not going to be able to knock it out in 3-4 days, make sure you've got a plan for groundwater. Not only groundwater, but rainwater. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can really do if you're going to get 400 mil of rain. The pool's going to be in trouble. Like I'll put in later, I've got former tube, metal former tube that I'll put in the piers. See, people will put former tube in, it's cardboard. They'll put it in the pier and go, sweet, it's good for rain. Nah. You know why? Because when it rains, that cardboard becomes soft and it all collapses and the pier's cooked. I get metal ones, I put them in, and no matter how much it rains, I can just put a pump in there and pump it out and the pier's still good to go. The only problem with them is they're super expensive. But you can get plastic ones as well, but the best ones I've found are the metal ones, which I got them up there. See that there? The little timber piece with the string line on it? And then there's one all the way, I don't know if you can see it, there's one all the way over that side. But basically that's what we call a grid line. You get one grid line that's parallel and you can set up the whole pool off that. So you come off that, get your offsets, and I've got measurements on there to measure back to give me radiuses. Like this one here, I put the radius in. So this radius I've set out to the back here. I know I've got 8.6 meters to waterline. So if I got to add to that 400 for the back of the wall, because I've got a 400 thick wall here, plus 50 mil of playroom. So I'm going to be 9050. So that's how I got this one. Hold it there, run the radius, and walk it around. Make sure it's tight. And that's how I make sure I get the perfect radiuses through here. Because this isn't just a square pool, right? I need radiuses here, radiuses there, radiuses at the back. So the whole pool's full of radiuses. So I need offset pins all around that I can measure off and do my radiuses to. So shallow here is 1.2 meters, but I need about 400 below that for gravel, in-floor cleaning, concrete cover, double layer steel. So I go for about 1600 for 1.2 meter depth, plus that on my laser is 950. So 1600 plus 950 is 2550. So then I'll get on my laser. It's used as your stick to measure your depths and heights. You see all these are all 10 mil increments. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up. So that's 2300, 2400, and then you just extend and drop it. So this is how we get our shallow end height. I'll go in here and I'll drop it in, and that way we know based on the heights, we're at the right spot. We're bang on height here. That's the point there that receives the laser. So the laser will send a beam of light out to that, and that's your height. It's called a self-leveling laser, which means you put it on the tripod, if it's a bit off, it'll self-level itself, as opposed to the old ones. You have to have them perfectly level for them to work properly. So basically you turn it on, and it's got this laser inside it, and it spins around, and then it sends a beam, that laser out across the whole site. So you've got to set up strategically at the start of your dig to be able to get reception for it all around, which is why I put it here, out of the way of the dig as well. And then I set my pull height here. I put it on this stick. So that's my pull height. I'll put my bottom of my height stick on that, set it to the laser, then I'll calculate all my pull depths off that. Where you put it is like strategic, because if you have to keep moving it, resetting heights all the time, that's when you run the risk of getting depths wrong. You turn this off, I can unscrew it, right? Say I'm done for the day, take it home, because these are super expensive. Then I'll come back tomorrow, I'll leave this here, and I'll just screw it back in, and I'll turn it back on, and I'm back to where I started. So we're doing a magnesium pull here, which is probably the most common choice these days, purely because it's a lot lighter on the skin. You know, the kids can swim in it and not hurt their eyes, and it's actually been proven to be absorbed through the skin and have, you know, therapeutical properties. We could go for a full freshwater system here, but with a pool this size, I think it's a great happy medium. Don't get me wrong, you can do it, but long term, I think a magnesium pool is going to be the best solution here. So we made really good progress here for the past few days digging this. We've got a couple more days to finish the dig and the detail. Then we'll be moving on to the boxing and steel fixing. So stay tuned, like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, and we'll be showing more to come. So thanks for watching.